Code-named Reivun is known as one of the most skilled and ruthless agents in a certain government intelligence agency. Other than the X-shaped scar on his face, little is known about him. While on a mission to investigate connections between the Mishima Zaibatsu and G Corporation, he witnessed Heihachi Mishima being assaulted by a deployment of jacks and the explosion that ensued when the jacks self-destructed. Afterwards, news reached Reivun that the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5 would be held. Reivun decided to enter in order to gather intel about the tournament and the motives of those behind it. Now, Reivun was introduced in Tekken 5 and he is one of the most mysterious characters till date. Not much information is given on him as explained earlier. So all we know about him so far is the fact that he just infiltrates the King of Iron Fist tournament to find out the connection between the Mishima Zaibatsu and the G Corporation. Like somehow he foresaw the events of Tekken 6 in a way. So this was kind of hinted in Tekken 5. But all in all, this is basically his entire storyline explained in Tekken 5. Like they kept him a mystery, being a spy, obviously. You're not supposed to disclose information about yourself and the agency and shit like that. So this was kind of good in my opinion. Having mysterious characters is one of my favorite things in Tekken, like Dragunov for example. After infiltrating the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, Reivun found Heihachi, who many believed was dead. Like this was after the battle under the Honmaru building. So Reivun engaged him in a combat. Before the fight was over, Reivun was ordered back to headquarters and forced to retreat. So this happens just before the events of Tekken 6. If you guys remember the opening Tekken 5, you can see Reivun on a cliff and he throws out the famous tagline, Heihachi Mishima is dead. So to his surprise, he runs into Heihachi, who was believed to be dead. Like, this man never dies, we all know that by now. So he engages him in battle. But before the fight was over, Reivun was ordered back to HQ and forced to retreat. So as the world was caught up in disorder due to the work of the Mishima Zaibatsu, the conflict between the Mishima Zaibatsu and the G Corporation escalated, and it appeared to be only a matter of time before it turned into a large-scale encounter. Reivun infiltrates the King of Iron Fist Tournament 6 in order to stop such an encounter before it occurs. So this is like a continuation from his Tekken 5 mission, and like the thing is, all we're told is that he's always sent to these missions to investigate, infiltrate, the Mishima Zaibatsu. We're not given more on this, right? It's all we know, it's face value, which is kind of sad if you ask me, because it would have been good to like know what's the organization's intentions. Like as a spy, I understand, yes, to try to keep him clouded, keep a lot of information hidden from that. But as an organization, give us an idea of what is the goal for this organization. Why do they want him always infiltrating the Mishima Zaibatsu and the Chico? Obviously, there's some, intent. There's something they want for themselves. And sadly, like Tekken storylines usually go, we're just not given more. So this is his storyline in Tekken 6. Now, there is the scenario campaign, which you can think of as a side mission. This really doesn't add much to Reivun's Tekken 6 storyline, but it does give us a bit more detail. So in the scenario campaign, Reivun just acts as a spy throughout the story, right? He's aiding Lars, but at the same time, he's silently observing him and passing information like back to HQ and to this guy called Drasil, I think. So that's all we're really given in this side story, the scenario campaign. And given the fact that he's always on these missions, but he always remains anonymous, right? He never gives his information away, like who he is, who he's working for. As a spy, it's to be expected, but I would have loved to at least have him open up a bit to Lars or, Alisa or someone. Like just give us a bit more about this guy, this mysterious blade looking guy. So it ends with, Reivun having his UN forces find Jin's body in the desert, right? and he orders his soldiers to like recover the body and take it back with them. So if you guys remember, Tekken 7 storyline starts with Jin's body in the desert, and it's being transferred by some goons, right? In the chopper, it explodes, the Vojin, escapes and all that. So those guys are the soldiers that are working under Reivun. So that's basically the entire Tekken 6 storyline explained for my man Reivun. Enter the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7, and we are introduced to a new character called Master Reivun. So just like Reivun, we are not given enough information about Reivun or Master Reivun herself, her HQ, the spy organization they work for. We're not given anything. The only time Reivun makes a short appearance in Tekken 7 is a flashback. The Tekken 6 scenario campaign flashback of where Reivun's men find Jin's body in the desert, and they like transport it to the helicopter that gets blown up by Jin's Devojin powers. That's the only time we're shown or given information about Reivun. The only other time is when Master Reivun fights Dragunov, and she says, oh, this is the guy Reivun had trouble fighting, he needs to be retrained. So now in Tekken 6 there was this like mini interaction between Dragunov and Reivun, where Reivun says he is on to them, right? He tells Dragunov that he's on to their organization and he should return to Russia. If you haven't seen this, please check out my Dragunov story explained. I will leave the link in the description. So they have this little interaction. So it's basically the same thing, right? Dragunov has his own organization and Reivun has his own organization as well. So they have like this interaction of where they talk about being on to each other and shit like that. So that's why it picks up from here. Master Reivun faces Dragunov, kind of like revenge, I guess, in a way, about Reivun losing to Dragunov in that interaction, which is really, really weird, because they had the chance to really expand on the whole Master Reivun spy organization thing going on. Like, give us some light, bro. It's been 3 Tekken installments now, and we have no idea what these Ravens really want, where they come from, what their mission is, the objectives. We have nada, zero, zippo, which is kind of sad. So that's Tekken 7. That's all the information we're given about the Ravens and all that, which is sad again. So now it's in a way it's good in a sense, because they are spies, so keeping so much information to themselves is what they're good at, what they're supposed to do. But it wouldn't hurt shedding some light on these characters, shedding some light on the organization. The spies, like, give us something, Namco. Give us something. It's time, like, it's due. So I am hoping, these are my personal thoughts now on the storyline. I do love it, but I wish they would give us more. And I'm hoping in Tekken 8 we get Reivun back, like the OG black, blade inspired Reivun character. They can keep Master Reivun, but they have to revamp either of their moves. But I would love to see the OG Reivun back, and then I would love to see more expanded upon the mysterious spy organization. We get more information, involve some other characters in the game, make them connected to that as well. Maybe make it a villain. That would be cool as well. Like the head of the spy organization is a villain, or maybe it's like Kazuya is secretly running the organization in the background, but they don't know about all this. It could be cool. It would be cool. So this is Reivun's complete Tekken franchise explained, my boys. It's not that much, unfortunately, but from Tekken 5 to Tekken 6 we're given some substance on which we can work upon, but overall there is not really much to his storyline. I would be dragging the video at this point. So if you enjoyed my video, guys, please, it doesn't hurt subscribing. These videos take time to record, so your support is appreciated. Like the video, leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, if you enjoyed my video, please do check out my other storylines explained, including Leo and Eddie Gordo. And take care, my boys. GG.
Don't forget to subscribe.